Think about that. And please, can you talk about Rodrygo?
Yeah.
Because this guy, nobody talks about him. His work rate and his skills, what he does for the team. How is it to play with those two guys?
Firstly, Kylian, I think everyone knows what a special player he is. I think, if that start of the season was difficult for him, adjusting for a new team, incredible pressure, unimaginable for most players. And I think it was only a matter of time before he got started. And when the goals came, it was always going to be just a different level of player. The confidence he has, you give him the ball in any situation, he can make something of it. The speed, linking up with Vinny, it's really terrifying for most defenders to play against. So I imagine, and Rodrygo, so underrated. I think for me, he's probably the most talented and most gifted player in the squad. I think the things he can do with the football, we'd be messing around and he'll flick the ball up somehow, and you're like, how do you do that? I'm trying to do it, twisting up my ankles and everything like that. And it's a pleasure to play with both of them. You put them in positions where they can affect the games and they'll win it for you. I think Rodrygo, another thing to mention is he's the one who kind of sacrifices the most, really. I think it's clear that his favourite position is the left. I think it's important to note that he does a lot for the team as well, defensively on the right side, which isn't his favourite, but never complains, just gets on with it, and that's the way we have to continue.
Yeah, Rodrygo, obviously former Santos man who joined Real Madrid in 2019. He scored 32 goals and 172 La Liga of interest at this stage. What Andrea Berta has been doing over the course of the last few weeks and months is just speaking to all of the relevant representatives for those players that they've targeted. So if they're on the Arsenal list, normally what would happen, the sporting director would speak to their agents, speak to their reps and say, right, what's the deal? How much would it cost to get him out of the club? Would he be interested in joining us and being a part of this project? How much would he want wages-wise? They formulate those lists and then they'll go back to the management team, obviously of Mikel Arteta, who has a heavy hand in recruitment, and say, right, this is what it's going to cost us. This is the metrics with regards to finance. Who do you want and in what order? Our information this morning is that one of the top targets for that left-sided position is Rodrygo. So it'll be interesting to see how things develop now. We know that there are other names that they're looking at, Nico Williams.
The last 20 years, and I've known him for the last 20 years as well. So for him to recognise me like this, it means a lot to myself, to my team, and obviously to my family.